I'm here today to do another car video, talk to you guys about some rotors. I've been doing a lot of car videos lately. We are going to get back to the computer videos. Head on over to our Instagram channel. We have been doing some reels with some computer stuff, some stuff that's coming up, and I'm going to have some more videos for you guys here on that stuff. But today, I wanted to talk to you guys about rotors. These are zinc plated, cross-drilled and slotted. Now, what do I do to prepare these before I install them on the car? Even though they're zinc plated, which will help against corrosion, what can you do to take it even one step further? Stay tuned for the rest of the video. So the first thing you'll notice after you take the rotor out and you handle it is you get, some black on your hands, even if you're wearing gloves, whatever. What that is it's just metal dust from the machining of the rotor. Even if they're not cross-drilled and slotted, this surface will be machined to properly seat brake pads. So you're gonna get some of that on there. So you can't just go ahead and apply paint to this. The other thing you'll notice is usually if they're cross-drilled and slotted, they're gonna be labeled, okay? So what I always do is I take it out of the bag and then I put a little mark on the front. So here, I just grabbed a drill bit or a scribe and put a little FD so I know that's front and driver's side. Then I just grab a bin like this and I put some Dawn soap in it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my brush, which is right in the center of the rotor somehow. I'm gonna take my brush and I'm just gonna clean up the areas that I'm gonna paint and put some tape on so they're nice and clean and can be easily, the paint will adhere nicely to them. We'll clean up the painted surface or the brake matting surface in here, around the back. This will just get them nice and clean so that when we paint them and apply them, there's no foreign materials left. So then what I'm gonna do, we'll take that over, rinse it off, and then we'll let that dry out. We'll put some air on it to blow some of the water out, but we'll let that dry out and we'll move to the next step. All right, guys, so the next thing that we wanna do is we wanna tape off the surface of the rotor that the brake pad will make contact with, because while the brake pad, of course, will wear the paint off, we want to make sure with new pads that we get a good mating surface to the new rotors so that they seat in properly. Then we're just going to be painting the exposed areas with some VHT engine enamel that'll handle up to 550 degrees, which will more than satisfy the requirements, heat requirements of what these rotors will get to. And when you do this, what I do is there's a little ridge on the inside here where the pads will run along. It doesn't have to be perfect because, like I said, as long as the majority of the mating surface is clean, the brake pad will wear off any of the other paint that's on there. And again, I'm not looking to put a ton of paint on here. What I want to do is get a nice coating over the area that meets with the rim. The outer ring of the hub here, that'll be visible inside the wheel, and then this inner ring here that the brake pad does not touch, because those areas tend to have a want to rust. Now, it might take a couple of years before it rusts, but this way, this just gives it one extra prevention measure. So after this, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take a razor blade and just slice it all the way around the outside edge, because we are gonna paint this edge too, where there will be no contact with the brake pad. And then I'm gonna mist a little paint inside the back of here, but I don't need to tape this off because I'm not gonna get anywhere near close to the rotor out there, where the mating surface will. All right, so as you can see, we got a coat of silver metallic on the inside of the rotor back here. Again, this is just one extra step to prevent against some corrosion and make these last as long as we can. That's as simple as that. That's why I didn't tape off the rotor on the back, because we're not coming anywhere near the contact surface, so we don't have to worry about getting paint on that. I'm gonna go ahead and flip it over, shoot the front side, and we'll be right back. All right, and now we got the front side painted, and now you can see why it's important to mask off the brake mating surface, because that blue tape is no longer blue, it's silver. Because you are spraying around that outer edge, and then you're spraying around this edge, and then the flat surface. So what I did also want to note is that my scribe I made did disappear. So I went ahead and grabbed a drill bit again and just made it in the paint. So you can see FD right there, standing for front driver's side, just to make sure that we keep these directional as they are drilled and slotted. And it's as simple as that. Let the paint dry, pull your mat.